Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to show you guys how to upcycle a couple t-shirts. So I do have a lot of t-shirts lying around the house. One of them I did buy from a secondhand store, which is this one. And I wanted to show you guys a couple ways to revamp them and make them wearable again. So I'm gonna work on the black one first. What you're going to do is just grab a white charcoal pencil or something that you can see and draw a shape just like this. I outlined it in white because the black was a little too dark. And you will flip this over and draw a straight line right across the back, right under the armpits of the t-shirt. So I did cut off the neck of this shirt. That is not mandatory. You can do that if you like. So on the sleeves, you're also going to draw two lines right in the center. So this is right in the center of your shoulder, and you're going to draw this all the way down from your neck, all the way down, and underneath on the armpit, you're just going to draw a line to the seam, and this is going to be kind of slanted. So now once you have it outlined, you're going to start drawing lines up on the shirt, and you're going to kind of map out where you're going to be cutting. So the white line is just a guide, and the red is where you're going to actually cut with your scissors. So it should look something like this. You can space them however close or however far you need them to be. So flip it over and do the same thing for the back side. It should look something like this. So the red line again is where you're gonna cut. Grab your fabric scissors and begin cutting. So a little tip when you cut this is kind of pinch the fabric and cut it down so you make a slit, and then cut all the way down. Try to do big cuts and not tiny little cuts, because then you will get a bunch of edges that are not flush and it'll look a little bit messy. So it looks like this, and just begin cutting, continue cutting. This part is a little bit time consuming, but I promise you it will be worth it in the end. So this is what the back of my shirt looks like. I put it in better lighting so you could see the charcoal. So once it's all cut in the back, just grab your t-shirt and pull it, not too tight because it can rip. So just pull it so that it stretches a bit. Now flip it over and cut the front side of the shirt. So be careful to not cut the opposite side, because I did do that on accident, but I'll show you what you can do. Again, pull it tightly, and if you did cut one of the strands like I did, you could just tie it in a knot, and remember to cut the excess fabric for that. So that's the first top. Now we're gonna work on the second one, and this is probably my favorite one. So you're going to cut a upside down T shape on the back side of the shirt. You're gonna cut where the red lines are. So you're going to cut the back skinny section into 3 portions because we're going to braid it. So cut it all the way down, not too far, probably mid of the t-shirt, and begin to braid it. So I'm just gonna braid this all the way up, and once you reach the top, place a bobby pin or a safety pin to hold it in place. Now for the edges of the shirt, we're going to cut 4 lines and create 3 more sections. You want them to be under the armpit, and for each one of these sections, do it for both sides. You're gonna cut that into 3 different sections and cut it up to the seam, the side of the shirt, and you're going to braid this as well. So if you want thinner braids, you can cut a little more off of the shirt, but I like to have thick braids, and again, use a safety pin or bobby pin to hold that in place. So do that for all sections of the shirt on both sides. It should look something like this. And now we're going to attach them to the center braid. So attach one side at a time, and I'm just grabbing a needle and thread. I'm using white thread. It doesn't really matter which color thread you use, because it's going to not really show. So just tack it down a couple times, then join it with the other side, and you really want to make sure this is secure because you don't want this to fly off while you're wearing it. Remember to cut off the excess fabric and repeat for the other 2 remaining sections. Now for the top of the shirt, you will still have sleeves on this unless you're using a tank top. So I am cutting off the sleeves right along the seam of the shirt because I want this to be a sleeveless shirt, which looks something like this. Then you're going to cut this top portion into 3 different sections as well. So you're going to braid them again. So this is a really pretty braidy shirt. So remember, the lower you cut it, the lower your shirt is going to be. So that's really up to you. So braid these sections again. And once you're done braiding them, we're going to tack it to the middle portion or the middle braid the same way that we've done the other ones. Remember to tack down both sides, cut off the excess fabric that is sticking out, and it should look something like this. So you can pull it, stretch it out a little bit, and you now have two very cute upcycled shirts. Here's the before and after for both of them. I think my favorite is the light gray t-shirt. They are both perfect for summer and are a really nice way to revamp an old shirt that you don't wear anymore. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all later. Bye!